Greetings, Bowtie Guy 85 here, and today we are going to be discussing shirt cuffs. So I have shown off cufflinks before, and I've discussed them in a previous video, but we never really talked about shirt cuffs altogether. So there are different styles of shirt cuffs. Prominently, you have the French cuff, which I'm wearing here, and then you also have the barrel cuff. Now those can be broken down into little subcategories. With the French cuff, you have the double cuff or the single cuff. With the barrel cuff, you have one button, two button, and there's some varying styles, even more recent styles on the barrel cuff. But first, I want to talk about French cuffs, since that is what I'm wearing. So this is a double cuff shirt that I have on. And you can see that it is a double cuff because there are two parts to the cuff. So if you had the single cuff, let me just take that apart real quick. So if you had the single cuff, you would just have this inner part here, and that's where the cuff link would attach. With the double cuff, each side of the shirt has two parts to it that come together. Now, no one style is better than the other, at least I don't think. Maybe it's a matter of preference. Functionally, though, I do think that the double cuff is a little better. I like that it takes up more space in the sleeve, so it kind of helps to keep the perfect amount of sleeve showing underneath the jacket. If you have the single cuff, it's a little thinner. That's really kind of like the biggest difference. Also, the double cuff I think is more prevalent. If you're shopping for like French cuff shirts, you're going to find this style more widely than you are the single. The single you may find with formal shirts, especially ones you're going to be wearing with like a tail suit, something like that. Or if you have a detached collar and cuff set, those cuffs are probably going to be single cuffed, and they're usually that kind of thicker, stiff material. Now let's talk about the barrel cuff. So I have a barrel cuff shirt here, and I just want to hold this up so you can see the barrel cuff. It's kind of like a barrel, like a roll of the barrel. And you also have this little button down here. Now the French cuff shirt has that as well. So let's talk about that first. What is this little button? Why is it there? I've had people question this before. So what this does, when you keep it closed, it bunches the material up a little bit, so it helps keep the sleeve at its length. If your shirt sleeves are a little short, a lot of times you'll see guys have this undone because they need the room to get the sleeve to go further down the forearm. And then you like to keep it tighter when you've got your sleeve all the way up to the wrist. Now, these buttons here. So, you've seen, this is a 2-button barrel cuff because there are 2 buttons here. Now, why are there 2 buttons, you say? Because there's only 1 buttonhole. So this shirt, let's see if it says it in the tag. It does, yes. So this shirt, if you can see it, you have the neck size, 15, but then the sleeve size, it says 34-35. That means that the sleeve is between sizes. So it's 34 and it's 35. It's 34.5. So which button you use determines that sleeve length. So if you do this outermost button, the cuff you see is wider, so it has room to move further down the arm. So you're going to get that full 35-inch length. Now if you come over to the second button, you can already see that hole has gotten smaller, so it's not going to come as far down on the wrist because it's not going to get past that forearm. So that's going to give you closer to your 34-inch length. So that is the difference there. Now the neat thing about the barrel cuff is there's so many styles now. I've seen the 2 buttons where they come, instead of going across like this one here, they kind of go this away and bunch in a little differently. Then you have some styles where it almost looks like a French cuff, where the cuff, it's almost kind of folded back like this, but instead of using links to cuff the shirt, you have buttons here going on this inner part here. And then you have like some diagonals where the buttons kind of go at an angle. So many different fun styles, and I like that. Anything that can engage a person in wanting to dress up more when you can do something that's a little outside of the box or a little kind of funky, because people like to individualize themselves. So I kind of like that. I'm usually a stickler for traditions and traditional look, but I don't mind that. I kind of like that. But that is just my little info on shirt cuffs. I hope you have found this video entertaining. Please like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments section, and until next time.